Welcome, explorers of the unknown. You may have heard of it before, the golden ratio. This mysterious number, approximately 1.618, has captivated mathematicians, artists, and philosophers for thousands of years. Why? Because this number appears everywhere, from the spirals of seashells to the structure of galaxies, from the masterpieces of the Renaissance to the architecture of modern skyscrapers. It's as if the universe itself is speaking to us through this ratio, whispering secrets of beauty, balance, and maybe even the key to understanding life itself. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. Some believe that the golden ratio is not just a mathematical coincidence. They see it as a hidden code, a blueprint that connects all life and guides us toward understanding the mysteries of existence. Stay with us until the end. We'll reveal the hidden knowledge behind this magical number. Knowledge that just might change how you see the world. The story of the golden ratio begins far back in history, far before ancient Greece, reaching across different cultures and continents, each encountering this mysterious number independently. Known as phi and approximately equal to 1.618, the golden ratio is often thought to have originated with the Greeks, but its roots are deeper and more widespread. Our journey starts in Africa, specifically with the palace of Logon-Birni in Cameroon. Archaeologists have found evidence that this ancient palace, built thousands of years ago, incorporates the golden ratio into its design. The architects used a series of repeating, diminishing rectangles based on this ratio, suggesting a sophisticated understanding of symmetry and harmony. This finding challenges the common narrative that the golden ratio's origins lie solely with the Greeks. It suggests that civilizations across continents recognized and revered this mysterious proportion long before it was popularized in Europe. The ancient Egyptians were not alone in their reverence for this ratio. Across the Mediterranean and Greece, mathematicians like Euclid and Pythagoras began studying this concept in depth. Around 300 BCE, Euclid recorded the first known definition of the golden ratio, calling it the extreme and mean ratio. His work formalized the mathematical properties of this number, which became central to Greek philosophy. Pythagoras and his followers believed that the golden ratio was a symbol of cosmic order, a mathematical manifestation of perfection. The golden ratio is not confined to the works of human hands. It is woven into the very fabric of the natural world. From the way plants grow to the structure of our own bodies and even the spiral of galaxies, this number seems to appear everywhere. Scientists and naturalists often refer to the golden ratio as nature's blueprint, a code that guides the organization of life itself, balancing beauty with functionality. Let's start with plants, where the golden ratio manifests in something called the golden angle. This angle, approximately 137.5 degrees, allows leaves, seeds, and branches to grow in a way that maximizes exposure to sunlight and minimizes overlap. In sunflowers, the seeds are arranged in spirals that align with the Fibonacci sequence, which closely approximates the golden ratio. This same pattern is found in pine cones, tree branches, and leaf arrangements on plant stems, where each component grows to maximize energy absorption. It's almost as if the universe has a design language, and the golden ratio is one of its core elements. This ratio doesn't just appear, it connects, weaving through the natural world, from plants and animals to the structure of our very DNA. The golden ratio even appears on a cosmic scale. The Milky Way, like many other spiral galaxies, follows a logarithmic spiral that closely aligns with this ratio. The structure of planetary orbits, the rings of Saturn, and even the fundamental forces that govern the universe all show patterns that reflect the golden ratio. Some scientists have speculated that the entire shape of the universe might be influenced by this principle, hinting that it could be an intrinsic property of space-time itself. For instance, in plants, this ratio allows them to survive and thrive by optimizing the amount of sunlight they receive, which is crucial for photosynthesis. In animals, it creates structures that balance durability with grace. And in the cosmos, it forms galaxies that are both expansive and harmonious. This isn't just a pattern, it's a code, a set of instructions that the universe follows to create harmony and order. As we explore the golden ratio further, we'll see that its influence extends beyond the physical realm, into the realms of art, spirituality, and even our own understanding of beauty. Chapter 3: Spiritual Significance of the Golden Ratio. The Golden Ratio isn't just a scientific concept or a pattern in nature. It's also a profound symbol in spirituality, mysticism, and religious philosophy. For centuries, this ratio has been revered as a connection between the physical world and the divine, a mathematical expression of unity, and a path toward understanding the interconnectedness of all things. The Golden Ratio appears in religious structures around the world, from ancient temples to cathedrals and mosques, where it was used to create a sense of harmony, symmetry, and divine proportion. For example, the ancient Egyptians designed their temples and monuments based on this ratio, believing that it embodied a sacred balance between heaven and earth. The dimensions of the Great Pyramids align closely with the Golden Ratio, which suggests that the Egyptians were using this principle to express their spiritual beliefs in a tangible form. In Islamic culture, the Kaaba in Mecca is said to occupy a position on Earth that reflects the Golden Ratio between the North and South Poles. This sacred structure, visited by millions of Muslims each year, is more than just a physical building. It's seen as a spiritual center, a place where heaven meets earth. The use of the Golden Ratio in its design is believed to enhance its sacredness, creating a sense of unity and harmony with the cosmos. The Golden Ratio also played a significant role in the spiritual practices of ancient Greece. For the Greeks, mathematics wasn't just about numbers, it was a way to understand the cosmos and one's place within it. The Pythagoreans, a group of philosophers who followed Pythagoras, believed that the Golden Ratio was a key to understanding the universe. They saw it as a symbol of divine order, a manifestation of the balance between chaos and harmony, the finite and the infinite. During the Renaissance, artists and architects revived this connection between the Golden Ratio and spirituality. Leonardo da Vinci, who was as much a scientist as he was an artist, used the Golden Ratio in his masterpieces, like the Vitruvian Man and the Last Supper. Leonardo believed that by aligning his work with this divine proportion, he could create art that resonated with universal beauty and truth. The Vitruvian Man, with its precise proportions based on the Golden Ratio, represents the ideal human form and suggests a connection between man, nature, and the cosmos. Renaissance architects also incorporated the Golden Ratio into the design of cathedrals and churches, aiming to create spaces that uplifted the soul and brought people closer to the divine. The architects of these sacred buildings saw the Golden Ratio as a way to reflect the harmony of creation itself. By embedding this ratio into their designs, they believed they were honoring the order and balance that God had created in the world. In Hinduism, the concept of sacred geometry, which includes proportions akin to the Golden Ratio, appears in the design of temples and mandalas. Hindu temples are often built to reflect cosmic principles, with measurements and proportions that align with mathematical constants like the Golden Ratio. This alignment is thought to create a space that resonates with the universe, allowing worshippers to connect with the divine through a sense of harmony and balance. Across cultures and religions, the Golden Ratio has been used as a tool to bring people closer to the divine. It's a mathematical principle, yes, but it's also a symbol, a reminder that there is a natural order, a balance that connects all of existence. In spiritual practice, the Golden Ratio is often associated with meditation and contemplation. Some practitioners believe that focusing on this ratio can bring about a state of inner peace and harmony. The ratio serves as a visual reminder of the unity that underlies all things, helping individuals feel connected to something larger than themselves. By contemplating this ratio, they align their minds with a universal rhythm, experiencing a sense of oneness with the cosmos. Modern meditation practices sometimes use frequencies associated with the Golden Ratio to help align brainwaves with this cosmic order. These frequencies are believed to encourage relaxation, creativity, and a sense of connection to the universe. People who meditate with these frequencies often report feelings of calmness, clarity, and a deep sense of spiritual fulfillment, as though they are attuning their consciousness to the same principles that govern the natural world. This connection between the Golden Ratio and spirituality isn't just theoretical, it's something people feel deeply. When we see objects or structures that align with this ratio, we often experience a sense of harmony and satisfaction. It's as if we're recognizing a truth that we instinctively know, a balance that resonates with our inner sense of order. The golden ratio speaks to something within us, something that recognizes balance and harmony as beautiful and meaningful. It's a reminder that we too are part of this universal order, connected to the rhythms of nature and the cosmos. This appreciation for the golden ratio in spirituality has led to its use in symbols and icons that are intended to represent unity, balance, and enlightenment. In sacred geometry, symbols like the Sri Yantra and the flower of life are often composed of shapes and patterns that align with the golden ratio. These symbols are thought to be maps of the cosmos, guides for spiritual growth that help individuals navigate the journey from the physical to the spiritual. In these sacred symbols, the golden ratio becomes a bridge between worlds, a pathway that leads from the finite world of matter to the infinite world of spirit. By meditating on these symbols, practitioners hope to access deeper levels of consciousness, to see beyond the physical realm and experience the unity of all things. For many, the golden ratio represents a kind of spiritual balance, a reminder that everything in life is interconnected and that there is a natural order that sustains all existence. It suggests that the universe is not chaotic or random, but structured and harmonious, governed by principles that are both scientific and mystical. Imagine that the golden ratio is a code, a message left by the universe to remind us of our place within it. It tells us that we are not separate from nature or the cosmos. We are a part of it, woven into the same fabric, guided by the same patterns. The golden ratio is more than a mathematical constant or a pleasing proportion. It's a symbol of unity, a reflection of the divine order that underlies all of existence. It's a reminder that everything, from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy, is connected by an invisible thread of harmony. As we explore the golden ratio further, we'll see how its influence extends into practical applications, from design and architecture to self-improvement and personal growth. This number isn't just a curiosity or a mathematical oddity, it's a pathway to understanding the beauty and order of the universe itself. Chapter 4: Practical Applications of the Golden Ratio. The golden ratio isn't just for ancient temples and sacred sites. It's also in the spaces we live in, the logos we see every day, and even the technology we use. You've probably seen this ratio in art and branding as well. Think about logos that stick in your memory, brands like Pepsi, Toyota, or Twitter. These logos use the golden ratio to create shapes and layouts that are easy on the eyes, instantly recognizable, and just plain likable. Why does this work? It's because our brains seem to be wired to recognize and appreciate the balance of the golden ratio. Whether we realize it or not, this ratio resonates with us on a subconscious level. It's like the golden ratio is a hidden ingredient in the recipe for success. Brands know it, designers know it, and even architects know it. This isn't just math, it's a kind of visual magic that makes things feel, well, perfect. The golden ratio isn't just a visual tool, it's also used in personal growth and development. Think about the way we communicate. Experts in relationship building and communication strategies often talk about the 2-to-1 ratio, a suggestion that you should listen twice as much as you speak. This approach mirrors the balance of the golden ratio, creating conversations that feel harmonious and encouraging genuine connection. When we follow this balanced approach, we're not just having a conversation, we're engaging in a form of communication that respects both sides, leading to better relationships and understanding. So it turns out the golden ratio isn't just for artists and architects, it's a life hack. Whether it's improving communication or finding balance in our lives, this number has something to teach us. In self-improvement, coaches often suggest focusing on 2 strengths for every one area of improvement, which creates a positive balance. This mirrors the golden ratio's approach to proportion, where strengths are emphasized but weaknesses aren't ignored. It's like the golden ratio becomes a mental framework, guiding us to grow in a balanced, sustainable way. The ratio teaches us to celebrate our strengths while embracing our areas of improvement, leading to personal growth that feels natural rather than forced. And get this, the golden ratio even shows up in time management strategies. Some productivity experts recommend the golden ratio rule of task prioritization. Spend 2/3 of your time on your most important tasks and 1/3 on everything else. It's all about creating a flow that doesn't just help you get things done, it helps you get the right things done. It's almost like the universe has been dropping hints on how to live our lives: focus, balance, and growth, all in perfect proportion. Another fascinating place where the golden ratio pops up is in music and acoustics. The sections of a symphony, the phrasing of melodies, and even the placement of notes can follow the golden ratio. This proportion creates a sense of balance and anticipation that keeps listeners engaged. When you listen to a piece of music that feels just right, with crescendos and pauses that seem perfectly placed, you might be experiencing the golden ratio at work. In the world of art, the golden ratio is a favorite tool for photographers, who use it to create balanced, aesthetically pleasing compositions. By placing points of interest along the lines of the golden ratio, photographers achieve a natural flow that draws the viewer's eye to the most important parts of the image. It's an alternative to the rule of thirds that brings an extra level of harmony to photographs. Next time you're scrolling through amazing photos on Instagram, take a closer look. You might just spot the golden ratio at work. The golden ratio, the hidden hand behind your favorite music, art, and even social media scroll sessions. It's like the universe's cheat code for keeping us entertained and inspired. Photographers capturing landscapes, animals, or even close-ups of plants often use the golden ratio to create compositions that feel like they're part of the natural world. By aligning their shots with this ratio, they achieve images that resonate deeply with viewers, evoking a sense of peace, wonder, and connection to nature. Whether it's a mountain range, a sunset, or a close-up of a leaf, photos based on the golden ratio seem to pull us in, reminding us of our own connection to the world around us. In every application, the golden ratio helps create a sense of balance and flow. It's a tool that designers, architects, musicians, and even personal growth enthusiasts can use to create harmony, beauty, and efficiency. The golden ratio isn't just a number, it's a guide, a universal principle that shapes the way we interact with the world. In the next chapter, we'll look at the golden ratio as a potential universal code, a secret language that could reveal the underlying structure of reality itself. Chapter 5. The Hidden Knowledge, Golden Ratio as a Universal Code. What if I told you that the golden ratio isn't just a design trick or a natural phenomenon? Many believe it's something much deeper, a universal code that unlocks the mysteries of existence itself. Imagine it as a hidden thread woven through everything from the spirals of galaxies to the tiny coils of our DNA. In the scientific community, the golden ratio appears in fractals, those fascinating patterns that repeat on every scale, from the tiniest atom to the largest galaxy. These fractals show self-similarity, meaning the same shape or pattern repeats across multiple scales. This isn't just a wild idea, it's backed by discoveries in physics. Physicist Roger Penrose, for instance, has found connections between the golden ratio and quantum mechanics. Penrose discovered that certain quantum particles seem to arrange themselves according to patterns influenced by the golden ratio, hinting that this number could be more than a coincidence. If the golden ratio appears even in the quantum realm, it might mean that the very fabric of reality is structured around this constant. Imagine that the universe has a signature, a unique fingerprint that shows up in galaxies, plants, and even particles. If the golden ratio is that signature, then we might be looking at a cosmic design, a hidden code that connects everything from the stars to ourselves. The golden ratio doesn't just appear in large-scale structures, it's also found in our DNA. Our DNA molecules form a double helix, a shape that adheres to this ratio. The distances between each spiral and the proportions of the helix follow the golden ratio, giving our genetic code a mathematical balance that's both beautiful and functional. Some scientists even suggest that this balance may help stabilize DNA, keeping it resilient and adaptable. It's as if the building blocks of life itself are tuned to this cosmic frequency. Then we have the intriguing possibility that the golden ratio might be influencing our perception of reality. Studies in psychology and neuroscience have found that humans are naturally drawn to shapes and structures that follow this ratio. Whether it's a face, a landscape, or a piece of art, we find golden ratio proportions pleasing to the eye. Some psychologists believe that our brains may be hardwired to recognize and appreciate this ratio, suggesting that it could be embedded in our very perception. For spiritual seekers and philosophers, the golden ratio represents a pathway to understanding the hidden connections in the universe. In sacred geometry, symbols like the Sri Yantra, the flower of life, and the seed of life are constructed using patterns that reflect the golden ratio. These symbols are thought to represent the structure of the cosmos itself, providing a map for those seeking enlightenment or a deeper understanding of the universe. Some even go further, suggesting that the golden ratio is a cosmic language that can reveal insights into the nature of existence. Imagine the golden ratio as the universe's way of reaching out to us, a cosmic wink that says, "Hey, you're part of this too." It's a reminder that we're not separate from the world around us. We're woven into its very structure. Imagine meditating on a spiral based on the golden ratio, letting your mind follow its curve inward, moving deeper with each breath. This kind of meditation is thought to calm the mind, helping practitioners feel connected to the universe. People who meditate on the golden ratio often report feeling a profound sense of unity, as if they're part of a larger whole, a single consciousness shared by all things. Some even believe that the golden ratio could lead to new insights in fields like artificial intelligence, neuroscience, and quantum computing. If the golden ratio is a fundamental principle that structures everything from the way we think to the way particles behave, then it could hold the key to creating technology that truly mimics human thought or even consciousness. By building machines that operate according to the principles of the golden ratio, researchers hope to develop new systems that are not only efficient, but also aligned with the natural order of the universe. It's a bold idea, but imagine a world where our technology isn't just functional, it's in harmony with us and the world around us. Machines and computers that follow the golden ratio might just open doors to levels of understanding we haven't even dreamed of. This idea of the golden ratio as a universal code suggests that we're part of a grand design, a pattern that connects all things. It's a reminder that we're not separate from nature or the cosmos. We're connected by the same threads, the same rhythms, the same underlying patterns. Whether we find it in art, in science, or in our own DNA, the golden ratio seems to point to a profound truth, that there is order in the universe and we're a part of it. So the next time you see a spiral in a seashell, a sunflower, or even a galaxy, remember that you're looking at something much bigger than a simple shape. You're seeing a glimpse of the universe's own code, a message written in the language of the golden ratio. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the mysteries of the golden ratio. We've seen how this ancient concept is woven into the fabric of our world, from the spirals of galaxies to the petals of a sunflower, from sacred temples to the most iconic works of art. This ratio isn't just a mathematical curiosity, it's a universal language that speaks to something deep within us, a reminder that we're connected to the world around us in ways we may never fully understand. If this journey has inspired you, please consider subscribing to our channel. Here we explore the mysteries of life, from ancient wisdom to the latest scientific discoveries, uncovering the hidden patterns that shape our world. Join us as we dive deeper into the wonders of existence, discovering new perspectives and insights that can enrich our lives and deepen our understanding of the universe. Thank you for watching, and remember, beauty, harmony, and balance are not only around us, they're within us too. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and always look for the connections that make life extraordinary.